Hello everybody, here in Zuideroog, which is not the place where I live, but this is a place, actually not a village, I think, if I understand well, in the north of Holland, where Anja and I and the kids are enjoying a small vacation as we do once a year, sometimes twice a year, and there's really nothing here in the environment that this could be called an activity. There are only birds, some water, and today some sunshine. So it's really the best place for us to stay for a few days and take a break from a very busy year. And it will not end. So you might have expected an Afterthoughts video after the B minor prelude and fugue recorded in Joris Potlieg's workshop on the Spekkinklijverkoord, and actually also for the E major recording, which I did previously. We could have talked up on the Spekkinklijverkoord. I could have spent a lot of time on the B minor prelude and fugue, which is an exceptional piece, also in the work of Bach. But there was no time in the workshop because we also had to make a documentary on the pianoforte, which you enjoyed very much. I'm very happy with that, and I'm really looking forward to that piano and to have it featured on this channel. But it's time to give you an update on the 100 music video, the celebration CDs and the book, since the B minor prelude and fugue really was video or music recording or music production, whatever, however you want to call it, number 100. So both Anja and I are really proud to have achieved that, and we are even more proud that you tuned in, and dozens of you who gave me your wish list of pieces to be featured on the celebration CDs. So it's time to give you an update. Before I do that, I have to say this. I have put all your wishes, which I received through Facebook, mail or YouTube or whatever channel, on an Excel form, which gave me actually only one person, Harold Stutlein, if I pronounce your name correct, who had only one wish, was the Chromatic Fantasy and Fugue to be featured on the CDs, and I didn't choose that. You will understand the reason why. So there were a few layers that I had in mind that had to be featured on the CDs. First of all, there is a chronological order from February 2014 until 1st of November of this year, 2016. 100 recordings I've made with the best possible tools I had. But of course, the recording equipment we were using in the beginning is not to be compared to the recording equipment we are using now, and it gradually changed. So since it's a CD, it's different from a YouTube. So the CD will provide all the CD quality files, the WAV files and CD quality. It's also important to keep in mind that it should sound very well. So having said this, I also believe that the CD should give an overview of the complete period, but there might be an accent more from the middle to the end than the videos we produced at the beginning. So the Chromatic Fantasy and Fugue was really at the beginning, and there was only one other piece that was featured, and I really would not like that piece to have been missing on the CD. So then I thought, I'm playing music late 17th century up to today, so the 3 CDs should give an overview of that complete period, and of course with an emphasis on the music from Bach to Beethoven. So the title of the CD is Your Selection, and from 100 YouTube recordings, and the other main title is From Bach to Beethoven and Beyond, because we will feature some pieces that are before and some pieces that are after Beethoven. So enough talking, I suggest we go to my laptop, which is here, to give you the actual selection of this CD, and I will read it from the layout of the CDs, which is almost finished, and I can share that with you as well. But first, the selection of the pieces. First of all, I thought Buxtehude as a piece that some of you asked, and I think it makes sense. I like the recording a lot, and it actually marks the oldest piece we have done. I don't know exact date of that suite, but it might be somewhere around 1680, 1685. So the suite in E minor. It's a rather recent recording. Then of Pachelbel, of course, one of them had to be featured, and I chose the Chaconne in F minor. Some of you also asked for that. Then a piece that was a little bit forgotten, but does rather well on YouTube actually, with a few hundred views, I think, a month. And a recording I also liked, and I don't think any of you asked for that, so it's my choice, is the suite in D minor of Handel with the famous Sarabande. Then of J.S.Bach, of course, that was a really difficult choice because a lot of pieces could be featured. One of the inventions should have been in there, I think, and I chose for 3 inventions, number 7 to 9. Then the Prelude and Fugue in E major. It could have been any other Prelude and Fugue, but I had to pick one, and I picked the last one to make the choice easy. Then partitas were asked, of course, and most of you asked for partitas, said pick one, and I picked the first one. Since that was already recorded with a tape recorder, and you cannot imagine what that tape recorder does with the sound, even the CD. And the 6th one I liked a lot, the 5th one as well. I was asked for specifically also, but in one way or another the 6th is really long to have on one CD that features other compositions and other composers as well. And the 5th one was not already recorded with the tape recorder, so I just took this one. I actually like the first one also, so that's done. Then C.P.E. Bach, Abschied von meinem Silbermeines und Klavier. I think that's an obvious choice. And Christian Bach, the Sonata in C minor, also rather recent production. So the first CD will give an overview of music from Buxtehude to the Bach family, and I expressively included the children of Bach on the first CD because I think they belong there. I believe that the whole Bach family, we should consider that more and more as a unity, actually, as one family that needs to be treated as one family. So we pass the other places. Oh, not too fast. So on the second CD, oh no, that's too fast. I made a mistake. So that was already hidden. So back to the first one, because on the first page here is a part of the second CD. Here it is. First of all, Joseph Haydn's Sonata in A flat major. Again, here I've done 6 or 7 Haydn sonatas, and I could have picked easily any of them, but the Sonata in A flat major, I think there was even a suggestion by Kostas Papazaforopoulos. Then Mozart, Variations in F major. It's a piece that it's not picked up on YouTube as well as I thought it would, but I think it's a shame for the music. It's wonderful music, and it shows also the clavichord in a kind of virtuosic way. Then Clementi, that's actually a choice I've made because that's a very early recording, the Sonata in F sharp minor, and I really like that piece and I like the performance, so I think that makes completely sense to have it on the CD. I think I can shift then to the second part, so then we have on the other side here. Now I have to go like this, so Haydn Sonata B flat major, then another Mozart Adagio B minor. I really want to have that piece included because it was also the in memoriam piece for my father's death. And then Mozart Sechs Deutsche Tänze, that's a recording I think I've made around Christmas of 2015, and that's a really unknown piece on keyboard. It sounds wonderful on clavichord, so with the second CD featuring Mozart, Haydn mostly, and Clementi in between. So then to the third CD, of course, there was no escape also from your side, from Beethoven's Pathetique, and it makes sense to have this piece on the CD because that piece actually paved the way to the YouTube channel I have now. It still does very well on YouTube, and I don't know why. It's maybe because it's Beethoven Pathetique. It was recorded in the Emperor's room, of the Imperial room in Sint-Truiden. I don't know, but that of course had to be on the CD. Then Schubert, this is actually one of my favorites. Gretchen am Spinnrade. Also a piece that I would have expected to do better on YouTube, but I think it needs time to find it. But I think it does great on the clavichord because the wooden sound of that Spinnrade is really reflected in the sound of the clavichord. Dan Kramer, also no escape from that. So etudes played from Beethoven's copy. I chose for the fourth version, fourth part was also explicitly asked for. And then Czerny, also a piece that does very well on CD, I think, because those pieces are almost never recorded. And then Czerny combined with the clavichord. And then, of course, Kostas Papasafaropoulos to end with Rondon A minor, dedicated to me, and the latest recording of his Kostas Sonata in C minor, the big one, Opus 113. I think that recording is a few weeks old. So that are actually the 3 CDs. If I go with you over the CD, that's the back. So a little bit of text. I think that's an incredible snapshot of the video with Evelyn. I was talking to Anja. She will never be on any video anymore like this because she's grown 1 year older now, and this kind of innocence that she had on that first Clementi recording, I think that should be really on the, excuse me, on the video, on the CDs. So then we move to the cover, which I think I like very much. It's featuring myself, yeah, obviously, because I'm the player, and also on YouTube there's a connection with YouTube with the play button here. But YouTube also encourages to have thumbnails with faces in, and that's something that should reflect also on the CD, I think. But of course here you don't have a thumbnail, which is a snapshot as on YouTube from the videos, but it's a professionally made photo. Some of you will remember that I've shared the photo shoot on Facebook. It's a friend of ours who made this beautiful picture, I think. I like it very much. It's not my clavichord if you see it. It's Joris' clavichord. Remember when Joris' clavichord was in my house? I had different positions at my clavichord and at Joris, and of course this happened to be with his instrument. But I think that the keys are shown here makes a connection between player and the clavichord, with the organ as a background. So the CD is called From Music from Bach to Beethoven and Beyond, which is obvious if you see the selection. And there is your selection as a title, as I promised you, from 100 recordings on YouTube, Authentic Sound. And there is the logo. We are very proud to having this logo. It's professionally made. I wanted to have it designed myself, but I gave it up. I realized this is something that needs professional hands and attention, and it was weird to receive that logo at first because you have all kinds of designs in mind, but design of logos are really difficult, and they need to be read to be able. You should be able to read them when very small, and I think it serves its purpose very well. Authentic Sound, AS. Also the first letters of my wife, Anja Schouteren. But that aside, so then you have on the inner side it will be a box with 4 what you call that, trays. So 3 CDs all placed above the pictures, and then you have at the inner side some explanation text. So, and then of course the book, we will update you on that. The book will contain all block texts I wrote underneath the videos. That's a massive amount of text, I can tell you that. We'll have an index of all videos. I will make a selection of 50 or 60 of the most important vlogs I made on YouTube on interpretation, book reviews and things like that, and those will also be featured in an index. So that book will be handy for you if you have it as an ebook. It will be free to download. It's not ready yet, I cannot share it with you. So you will be able to sit on your couch with your tablet or your phone and just click the links in that, and it will be available as hard copy as well with QR codes. So the same thing, you can sit on the couch reading that and just scan the QR code and then go to the videos you're watching and or you're reading the text about. So I'm also really looking forward to that. I think it's a nice package, but more on that in the future video. Okay, this was a lot to talk about. I hope you like the selection. I will list it in the description box below so you can check it again. Please share with you your ideas if you are happy with it. I hope so, because there is nothing to change about it. but let me know what you think about this selection. And in next video will be a very special one. That's to close this video with. I will feature all 100 videos, all 100 recordings in 500 seconds. So you will get a video with an overview from video number 1 up to video number 100. And I can tell you it's a really special video to look at. It was special to me. I think it's special to you as well. Let's wait for that. And in the afterthoughts of that video, I will be talking on details how to obtain the CDs. We should be ready with our pages. Anja is redesigning the complete website now, authenticsound.be. You can have a check, it's under construction, but it will be regularly updated. And we will have to make sure that on the 22nd of November 2016, we will provide you with a link where you can opt in for, and we will make a special price for the CDs for you here on the YouTube channel and also of course on the mailing list. So very much to look forward to, and after that we will fall again in a regular scheme with a beautiful trilogy, I hope I pronounce that well, with its small fretted clavichord on location, and I promise you that will be a very nice series of videos with normal afterthoughts videos again. So sun is shining again, and I will have some vacation between quote-unquote vacation here, but nice to be here with my family, a little bit apart from my working space at home. So that was the ending of the long video here. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like it and certainly share it with your friends, because of course the selling of the CD is something really exciting for us, because it can support what we are doing with the Authentic Sound YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you very soon again. Bye.